In yesterday's video, I predicted that the captain format that had just been created yesterday would most likely quietly fade away within about a week. Now, it turns out that I was 100% wrong, because instead of waiting for a week, they decided to just blow up like a giant supernova, and the captain format is already gone. Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles. We are here today to talk about the curious case of Captain. To get the full scope of everything that's going on, you're probably going to want to go and watch yesterday's video, where I go more in depth about the creation of Captain and my feelings on its sustainability. However, the sustainable aspect you may not need to pay attention to really, because the format's already been canceled and most of the main resources about the format are already deleted. It's actually a fairly incredible story. So, for those of you who don't want to go back and watch yesterday's video, I'm going to give you like a summarized version of events, okay? Now, this is all surfacing around the Walking Dead secret lair. That is the flashpoint in this scenario, okay? So the Walking Dead secret lair, for those of you who don't know, in the online world, a lot of people know, but information takes a while to spread around. So these particular secret lair cards that were created are functionally unique cards you can only get from this secret lair. So these cards will be legal in the Commander format, but only available to purchase for a week, and essentially will never be reprinted, simply based on the fact that Wizards is unlikely to pay to license Walking Dead characters again to make the cards again. So essentially, they're making a very limited time printing that feels like it's aimed at Commander players to extract as much money as possible from them. Now, this caused a large outrage in the community, leading to a situation with the Commander Rules Committee. There was a good portion of the Commander population that turned to the Rules Committee and said, you need to send a signal to Wizards of the Coast to say, we are not going to accept this. Like, ban the cards. And if you ban the cards, then Wizards won't have financial incentive to continue creating these cards. Now, the Rules Committee came out and said, we're not going to ban it, right? And I actually did a video talking about all this stuff as well. So if you want more information on the stuff I'm talking about, if you go back through the last week's worth of videos, you can get the entire story around this Walking Dead secret lair and the outrage in the community that is resultant from it, right? Now, the next step of the story involves the YouTube channel Commander Quarters, okay? The dude in charge of that channel decided that he wanted to make a video introducing the concept of Captain, all right? So if you don't know what Captain is, it's really simple. It's basically the same thing as Commander, but you're not allowed to use the Walking Dead cards. That's it. Like, literally, it's all the same rules as Commander. It's just a reskinned Commander, but it excludes functionally unique cards like the Walking Dead cards. So basically, he put forth this concept. Now, the video that he put it out in was half joking, all right? So for the first half of the video, it comes across as satirical, where it's kind of like, hey, if you have these kind of friends, play the Captain format. This format has this, this, and this, and you might think it's kind of like Commander, except it has integrity. So the first half of the video definitely comes across as a joke. And then when you get to about the midpoint of the video doesn't exist, by the way, anymore. So I'm describing a video that has been deleted, okay? So the second half of the video is where he comes in and says, hey, is this a joke? I don't know. Like, am I serious about this? Are we going to do this kind of thing? I don't know. It's up to you guys, right? It's that kind of a scenario. So at first the video was created, and then it seemed like there was interest in the Captain format. So what he did next, which is really what caused like a big problem for him, and is something nobody really should do at all, is he wanted to create a Discord server for this new format. That's perfectly fine. But Discord servers aren't let's say friendly. Let's go with the term, they're not friendly with their default settings. You need a certain level of moderation. Okay, you have to have moderation with your Discord servers. Take it from me, I have a public Discord server. I run it like a prison. You get frisked when you come in, we check you, check everything out. In fact, you can't even type in my public Discord unless you like register a phone number. That's the level of control I have over my Discord, right? So this Discord was created essentially in haste, kind of an offhand thing. I think what most likely happened is when he went to create it, he was thinking to himself, wow, I made this Captain video, and it seems like there's actually a fair bit of interest in it. Why don't I set up a Discord to give people a place to discuss this, right? And that's perfectly logical. Now, from the little bits of information I've been able to dig up here and there, because I'm trying to investigate this so I can properly present the information to you guys, what happened was originally when he set up the Discord, he did not have a lot of time to deal with the Discord. So he basically put somebody else in charge of the Discord server with the ability to pick additional moderators. But overall, what it basically boils down to is instead of taking a little bit of time and setting up the Discord, getting all of his ducks in a row, and then releasing access to the Discord to everybody, he kind of just shoved it out there. Now, we all make mistakes. Trust me, when I set up my Discord server, it did not have moderation, any kind of security whatsoever, and it was abysmal. And that's just from a small little dude like me who's not like feeding in to community like emotional states that are going to drive them in droves to his location. So his Discord server gets set up and people start flooding in. Now, there is constructive stuff going on to a degree, but at the same time, because of the lack of proper moderation setup, there are people just going to town, being hardcore trolls. The entire thing just devolved into madness for apparently hours and hours before it could get all cleaned up. I can't get all the details because everything's been locked down. There was a subreddit specifically for this format. It's been locked. There is a message from Commander Quarters listed there specifically. We're going to go through what he said on Twitter because there's this message posted everywhere. But he got control of the subreddit from the dude who was in control of it and shut it down. He shut down his Discord and even deleted the original video. Now, he's addressed what's happened on Twitter in a series of 4 connected tweets that I'm going to read out to you here, basically. So, it says, after observing and evaluating the situation, I'm distancing myself from association with Captain before any further damage is done. I intended to inspire positive change with this action, but I realize that there are better and more productive ways to go about doing so. Very true. I mean, we all have emotional moments. We all get heated. I've made a number of very emotional videos. So I understand, like, we care, we're passionate about the game. It's understandable. So the second part of his 4-part tweet says, I want to reiterate, I never intended to create what Captain, and specifically its associated Discord server has become. The allegations of the stuff that people were saying in the server, pretty heavy. Some of the stuff, I'm not even going to mention them in the video because it would be, YouTube is particular about what you talk about, and it would be unwise for me to bring these subjects up. But let's just leave it at, it's some crazy stuff that nobody needs to be saying anywhere, let alone in a discussion about Magic cards. I'll leave it at that. And there's not a lot of details out there about that. You have to kind of pull them from different places. But either way, it got ugly. So let me start back from the beginning of that sentence. I want to reiterate, I never intended to create what Captain and specifically its associated Discord server has become. I feel the need to accept responsibility for mishandling the launch of the Captain Discord server and apologize for the negativity there. This is a level of accountability that you do not regularly see. Honestly, you can tell from his original stance was emotional, and he was being guided by emotion, and that led to the choices that he's made. Now, at this point, he's had some time to take a step back and go, you know what? This is not the best way to push forth the change that I want to see. So, respect from me for accepting responsibility for the entirety of it, because in all honesty, if I set up a Discord server and a bunch of people came in and started acting up and just being unpleasant, I wouldn't take responsibility for that. But on the other hand, there is the fact that there was a lot of emotions running, a lot of emotionally charged people, and he hastily put together a place for a lot of emotionally charged people to go without proper safeguards in place to ensure that it didn't devolve into craziness. So there is that as well. Now, the third part of his tweet chain there says, based on past experiences with my personal Discord, I never imagined that the server would create such a toxic environment. Thank you to the members of the community that have attempted to create a civil dialogue. This is understandable to me as well, because there are different types of YouTube channels out there. Some of them are a little more hardcore mosh pity sort of ones, and then you've got ones that are like, hey, everybody, can we just be respectful and friendly and chill sort of thing? And his channel gives me the vibe of the second one. Admittedly, I don't normally watch his videos. The only video of his that I've seen was specifically the Captain video. But, you know, that's my overall opinion from what I've seen. And the fourth part of the tweet says, I'm still committed to effecting positive change, and I'm actively exploring other avenues for real positive change. I'm deleting the Discord and the video before further community damage is done. And I mean, at this point, when things have gone this far south, that's all you can do. There's no putting the horses back in the barn with this one. There's no, hey guys, can we hit reset on this? At this point, the damage is done. The format has been created and collapsed. And unfortunately, that means that some of the anger is also going to shift in his direction. That's the way that this goes. There are some people who are already getting angry and talking about being betrayed and everything of that nature. So it's such a crazy thing to watch a format that might have a chance kind of bloom and then just immediately get disavowed by the creator because of all the people that have been drawn in. It's a testament to the power of the internet that movements can flow inwards and outwards so quickly. Now, I do expect that some people are going to latch on to the Captain concept still and say, look, even though the Discord has been shut down and even though he's deleted his video, we're going to move forward. Because remember, when it was originally presented, it was not presented with central leadership. And apparently, from the discussions that were being had, they were going to do some kind of algorithm-based democracy to create. There was some interesting ideas being bandied about conceptually for the format. In a way, it's unfortunate that things went the way they did, because this could have led to something genuinely constructive. But unfortunately, due to just the overwhelming anger that resides in the Magic community right now, and let's be real, while some people are over the top and freak out and go crazy, I'm a toxic, whatever, at the same time, remember that it's not unjustified dissatisfaction. The people who are angry and upset aren't angry and upset over nothing, right? Like, it's understandable to see why these people are frustrated. It's just, unfortunately, you take a whole bunch of frustrated and angry people and jam them into one environment, and you're most likely going to, without having strong leadership and keeping control of what's going on, you're going to have deterioration. So this is an interesting chapter in Magic's history, definitely a short one. This would be the shortest lived format in Magic the Gathering history. It existed for 24 hours or less. That's pretty impressive. But either way, I wanted to come and do a follow-up because we talked about it yesterday. By the time I released yesterday's video, the Captain format was already collapsing in on itself, which was absolutely unprecedented. If I had waited a few hours, the video might not have even needed to go out, because it'd be like, hey, the Captain's not a thing. I guess we don't need to talk about it. Crazy how that works, right? It has been a wild week for Magic the Gathering. But hey, this is the start of a new week, so let's see if things are going to be a little bit kinder to us this week, my friends. All right, so thanks for coming by. If you like what I'm doing here, like, comment, subscribe, leave me pleasant comments, because today I'm off getting some dental treatment and I want to read some nice things. Write me a story about a bunny who likes gumdrops in the comments. Okay? And I'm gonna move myself over to the side digitally here so I can put up our fancy new lore video that we made yesterday. Me and Carly did a great job on it. So come on over to my other channel, Fantasy Geographic. Just click on the video, whichever side it's on, I don't know. Click on it. Enjoy the lore. You will not regret it. Thanks for coming by, everybody. See you guys tomorrow.